millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cleveland Browns. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Check. Fresno. Shoot. Motion.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Slam. One. Motion.
This is Hines. And an alley to run. Accelerating, and off he goes. 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 70 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Man, I got you.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hurry! He's mine. Back 55,
Now Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Mayfield now. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Mayfield looks to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Check 50, check 50. Spot. No. Watch twist. Quick. Motion.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Watch out. He's crossing. He's checking crack.
Now a give, right side. Hines. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines, and he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the Browns' 40-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Check. Check 3. Switch.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll lose yardage here. Back. At the 41.
He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Now it's Hines. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And they're going to go for it here on the 4th down try. Mariota's going to stay out there.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Where are they, team?
They'll run for it with Hines. And an alley to run. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Mayfield on first down. Ball going deep here for Taylor. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. On third down, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they'll get him to the ground. And he has another first down at the Colts 42. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now first and 10. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. There to stop it was Darius Leonard. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, hey, watch the shift. Watch the shift.
They begin the drive with Hines. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I got him. 36, 36. Kill, kill, kill. One. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. One. Tighten up. Over. Run.
On second down now. It's Hines, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On third down, Hines, and he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. And this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended the... And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Single. Check 13. Pistol. Hey. Motion. Big time.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On first and 10, Mayfield. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional. And he coughed it up, and the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Mike. 180! Mike. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Check. Up, left. 31.
On third down, here's Hunt. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's first and 10.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. King. Alert 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Tyquan Lewis makes the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a third and long now after the sack.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Slam.
Third and long for Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at the 40.
Wide, get wide. Back.
They run with Hines. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, first and 10 at the 40. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Hunt. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's pin the mirror back and go full street. Alert, 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 alert.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
That's a good shot.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. Coming in.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 29 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And it'll be intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Watch tight end. 3 down. Check safety. Under 10. 10. 3.
On 3rd down, Mariota. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check, 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 check.
Here's Hines. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's it.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
Check 99. Check 99. Tight dog. Tight dog. Tight. One. Check, check. Lucky. Slam. 3.
They'll try and run it here. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40.
Hatch it. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big run by Kareem Hunt, 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
2 yards on the pickup.
They run it again with Chubb. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football.
Set. 180. 51. Watch the run. Rush in.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Set. 180. Watch 85.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. On 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt. They get it to him running left. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns have retaken the lead.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Mayfield to throw it. Forced out to his... And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to... Check 9, check 9. Kill.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Long day for you. Check 30 seconds. One. Kill. No. Me. 44's the mic. Check. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
They run again with Hines. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Check. Crunch. 3. That's mine.
On 3rd down, it's Hines, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
We want it. Come to my work. One. Where are they, team? Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Recon, 132 fight. Shit.
On 1st down, Hines. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
44's the mic. Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now Mariota. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Hines. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 46-yard line.
Watch the pass. Switch. Check. Check 50. Play.
They'll try the left side. Hines. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
On 3rd down, it's Hines. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Check three, check three, check three. One. Hey, punch in. Motion. 31.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try the left side. Hines, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check three. Switch. One. You must be dreaming. Check. One. Kill.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hines, and he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And his kick is no good. Oh, by the slimmest of margins, he missed it wide to the left. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
Double time.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. Space to maneuver at the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the run, this is Hunt. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. So with that knee, they take care of business in the divisional round. They'll be back here at home next weekend. One more hurdle to get to the big show.
The good feelings, they just keep coming. They get to ride that wave for at least one more week because they have their big prize in their eyes, and that's getting into the Super Bowl. But they have to win next week after winning this one.
Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, one game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.